Celebrating our 100th year, the Oregon School Activities Association welcomes you to this broadcast of an OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship event. Serving more than 360,000 members, On Point Community Credit Union is the largest locally headquartered credit union and is the proud title sponsor of OSAA State Championships. We hope you enjoy today's championship event.
Well, good morning, and after a late night last night, a wild night, not what you might expect, but Banks held on to defeat Marshfield in the OSAA 2019 for a first round of the football playoffs last night, defeating Marshfield 28-22 to advance to the second round. We'll do this real quick and come back in just a moment.
Last year, Banks High School won their first state boys team title in school history and started the process of making history as only the third school in the 100-year history of the OSAA to win 3 state championships. The 2019-2020 campaign will see Banks try to repeat as defending state champions in football, boys basketball, and baseball. The girls program had a successful season as well, hoping for return trips to the state playoffs in volleyball, girls basketball, and softball. Will all 6 make it back to the OSAA 4A playoffs yet again? We'll find out as another season of Banks Braves Athletics on Westside Mobile Media is underway. Westside Mobile Media, powered by SHN Sports, presented by Jim's Thriftway, is brought to you by Jim's Thriftway, Sarah Hesselman Keller Williams Realty, RT Vinyl Designs of Forest Grove, Edwards Realty Trust, Rob Edwards Insurance, Sports Outreach Northwest, Lori Godfrey Group, Westside Mobile Media, and Susie Jurgensen Welcome Home Realty. It's time for Banks High School Athletics on SHNSports.com/Westside. Now in his 5th year of broadcasting Banks High School sports, here is the voice of Westside High School Athletics, Trevor Beard.
Celebrating our 100th year, the Oregon School Activities Association welcomes you to this broadcast of an OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship event. Serving more than 360,000 members, On Point Community Credit Union is the largest locally headquartered credit union and is the proud title sponsor of OSAA State Championships. We hope you enjoy today's championship event.
Final side event. Banks, they fell to Valley Catholic, their league rival and Co-op League champ, who finished the league play undefeated, just 3 losses on the year, and one of those came to Philomath, who upset Sisters yesterday in the quarterfinals. Valley Catholic's, one of their only other 2 losses besides Philomath came at a tournament at the end of the season against 6A West Lynn. Banks fell in 3 hard-fought sets yesterday morning, 25-23, 25-21, 25-21. North Marion, they nearly upset 4C Junction City yesterday, winning the first 2 sets before allowing Junction City to come back and win it in 5, the last set going to 18-16. 8 o'clock set for the first serve between these 2 teams on officially court number 1 here at Forest Grove High School. When we come back, we'll have more of the pregame show, Banks High School Athletics, presented by Jim's Thriftway on SHNSports.com/Westside.
Jim's Thriftway is a historic member of the Banks community. They've been a longtime supporter of Banks Youth Athletics and are proud to sponsor BHS broadcasts. Check out their deli with delicious hot food like fried chicken, corn dogs, and chicken wings. Get a custom-made cake at their in-store bakery. They also have a wide variety of farm-fresh fruits and vegetables in their produce department. In the spring and summer, stop by and get delicious barbecue on Fridays and Saturdays. Jim's Thriftway at the corner of Highways 6 and 47 and online at jimsthriftway.com. Proud to be locally owned and operated.
Every great community has its own rhythm. And beat by beat, note by note, when you bank at On Point Community Credit Union, you play your part. Because On Point is about more than great banking. From financial education to supporting local schools, we invest our time, money, and energy to partner with local organizations that foster health and knowledge for everyone who calls this place home. And together, there's nothing we can't do. So join in. We're On Point Community Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Celebrating our 100th year, the Oregon School Activities Association welcomes you to this broadcast of an OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship event. Serving more than 360,000 members, On Point Community Credit Union is the largest locally headquartered credit union and is the proud title sponsor of OSAA State Championships. We hope you enjoy today's championship event.
Who also advanced but did not make it to the quarterfinals. Just about set for this morning's match. Just working on a couple of changes from last night. Be with you in just a moment. And we're just about set now with all our production stuff. Teams being introduced at the start of this morning's match between the number 9 seed Banks Braves and the number 12 seed North Marion Huskies. Over on court number 2, the other consolation semifinal between the Sisters Outlaws, the actual number 2 seed who got upset by their league rival, the Philomath Warriors, yesterday. They're taking on the Hidden Valley Lady Mustangs, usually here every year along with Banks, although I think the Braves have taken a couple years off. First year, I think, for Aubrey Rue to make it back to the state quarterfinals. Hidden Valley Mustangs fell last night, or fell yesterday. Taking a look quickly at the roster for North Marion, number 1, Jaden Salen, a sophomore right side hitter, outside hitter, 5'10". Number 2, gotta love this name for volleyball, Megan Netter, the sophomore 5'4" libero. Number 3, Haley Fowler, junior 5'3" defensive specialist. Number 4, Mackenzie Agnew, a 5'7" sophomore setter. Number 5, Elena Walls, a senior setter captain, 5'7". Number 6, Katie Ensign, a senior 6-foot middle blocker, also a captain. Number 7, Liliana Piercy, an outside hitter, middle blocker, 5'11", junior. Number 9, Kelsey Richardson, a outside hitter, right side hitter, a 5'10", senior, a captain. Number 10, Taylor Wilson, a junior, 5'9", middle blocker. Number 11, Jasmine Culkins, a junior, 5'5", libero, defensive specialist. Number 13, Gabriella Luna, a 5'8", junior, outside hitter. And number 15, Kayla Huddock, a 5'7", junior, right side hitter, number 15. And we're set, Braves. Blocked at the net, but out of bounds. Banks comes up with the first point. Coming up with the block, Elena Walls, left side as we sit on the north side of Forest Grove High School. Banks gets the side out. Lindsay Beck with the serve, picked up by North Marion. Number 2, Megan Netter, the libero, but returns it into the net. And North Marion unable to dig it out. Banks with an early 2-0 lead. Dumped over the net by the Braves, picked up by North Marion. Liliana Piercy on the return, but comes up short. Braves with a 3-0 lead. Serve from Lindsay Beck off the tip of the net, and it falls over for an ace, 4-0. Four nothing Braves. North Marion may need a timeout if this run continues. Blocked at the net, but dug out by North Marion. Returned into the back row. Nice job to find a hole by Kelsey Richardson to come up with the first point for the Huskies. Saved in the far back corner by Noel Herb for the Braves. Did not have a chance to get to the Banks roster, but Banks comes up short that time, and back-to-back points for North Marion, now trailing 4-2. North Marion coming all the way back to cut it to a 1-point advantage for the Braves. Serving for the Huskies, Katie Ensign, jump serve, back row picked up by Van Dommelen. Jackson from the far side. North Marion unable to pick it out underneath the awning or overhang at Forest Grove High School as we're up above, and Banks gets the side out now, a 5-3 lead. Served by Haley Jackson, returned by North Marion. Beck far side, Jackson to Izzy Appleby now in the match on the return. Ensign dumps it over, kind of goes off the side of her hand, but it works just the same. Lindsay Beck diving up towards the front of the net, comes up short, 5-4. Serve from Katie Ensign. Picked up by the Braves for the point, 6-4 lead. North Marion able to come up with the return. Serve from Emma White, who came up with the point last time. Jackson to Beck, sets up Kinley Hogue, but North Marion is ready for the kill attempt. Lindsay Beck dives near the bleachers to the west side of the court. And North Marion back within one again at 6-5 in the first set of the 2019 OSAA 4A Consolation semifinals. Elena Walls on the serve. Beck sets up her far side and returns it long. We're tied at 6. Elena Walls holding serve, tied at 6. Herb with the return, dug out by Netter. Returned by North Marion, and another error on the Braves. Noelle Herb hits it up into the bleachers, and North Marion with their first lead of the match at 7-6. Elena Walls serving from the near back corner. Now long as a ball from court 2 comes onto the court, and we're tied at 7. Side out back to the Braves after the service error from North Marion. Serve from Noelle Herb is going to go. Nearly went into the top of the overhang, but North Marion able to pick it out and come up with a return. Netter goes well beyond the out-of-bound far side to keep it in play. Good battle at the net, both teams. Dumped over, partially blocked by the Braves. And North Marion's not going to be able to chase this one down on the third set as Liliana Piercy hit it backwards towards her fans. Elena Walls unable to chase it down. Banks regains the lead at 8-7. Serve from Noelle Herb is wide this time, and North Marion gets the side out back, tied at 8. Both teams back and forth, neither team with more than a 1 or 2 point lead. Serve from North Marion. Kinley Hogue's kill attempt is just long, and we're tied at 8. North Marion regains the lead at 9-8. Kinley Hogue to Beck, back to Hogue for the kill. Too much for Elena Walls, and we're tied at 9. A lot of history between these two teams in gym sports, especially in basketball over the last couple of years. meeting the last 2 years in a row in the fourth place game. Both those contests won by North Marion. Banks did defeat North Marion earlier this season prior to league play in Aurora. And coming up with the kill, Kelsey Richardson. North Marion regains the lead, 10-9. And an ace as Lindsay Beck dives far side and can't keep it in play. North Marion now with an 11-9 lead. And a timeout, Banks. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back after this from our timeout sponsor, Rob Edwards.
Rob Edwards with American National Insurance is a dedicated agent ready to help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. He has the know-how and products to help you manage your family's risk, no matter what stage of life you are in. An open appointment book, along with coverage for everything from home, auto, collector, cars, and life to farms and businesses, means you can feel good that he's more your ally than your agent. For more information, call 503-207-6976 or visit his office on John Olson Road in Northwest Hillsboro.
And we're back. Kinley Hogue with the kill following the Braves timeout. Able to get the side out. Banks back within one at 11-10. As the title sponsor of the OSAA State Championships, On Point does everything it can to help its team and community get ahead. On Point delivers the local banking and lending its members need to reach their goals and help make more possible. Visit onpointcu.com. On Point, federally insured by the NCUA, equal housing opportunity. 11-10 in the first set. 12-10 actually after North Marion gets the side out. Kinley Hogue controlled by her, blocked at the net by North Marion. Back again near side to Jackson, blocked, bumped over by Jackson. North Marion able to come up with the return. Lindsay Beck, or Haley Jackson dives, but returns it wide, and North Marion now with a 13-10 lead. Serve from Mackenzie Agnew now in the match for North Marion, dumped over by Jackson. Netter able to dig it out, and Johnson, now in the game for the Braves, hits it out of play. 14-10, North Marion the lead. And the Braves are going to get called for a hitting error, and now North Marion is taking control of this first set of 15-10. In this consolation semifinal, loser is out. Winner advances to play at noon against either Sisters or Hidden Valley. Agnew. Serve picked up by the Braves. Dug out off the return by Kelsey Richardson for North Marion. Popped up by Van Domlin. Back to Jackson off the return. Richardson dumped over by North Marion. Netter dives to the floor, kept alive by Richardson, able to come up with the return. Liliana Piercy. Beck sets it back, and diving to the floor, Richardson, returned by Netter, and a hitting error on North Marion. Braves will finally get the side out, now trailing 15-11. Served by Lindsay Beck. North Marion able to come up with the return. Herb and Emma White collide into each other, and it goes out of play. Halfway between court 1 and court 2, and the side out does not last long for the Braves. North Marion gets the point back to a 5-point lead, 16-11. Serve from North Marion. Beck and Haley Jackson setting up for the assist. Jackson the kill that time. Back to a 4-point lead. Side out back to the Braves, 16-12. Haley Jackson to serve from right in front of the center of the line. Now moves over a couple of steps to her right. Netter for North Marion. Agnew returned by the Braves. Valley Catholic recovers. Netter gets it back across. Jackson is there, center of the back row. Beck back to Jackson. Return dug out by Netter, but it's going to go into the bleachers. Back-to-back points for the Braves to cut the Huskies' lead to 3, 16-13 in the first set. Haley Jackson for her second straight serve. Back row Netter. And North Marion just able to dig it out underneath the awning. Down the far side, or down the near side, just wide. And Banks has come back with 3 straight to cut the lead to 2 at 16-14. Jackson holding serve for the Braves. Dug out by Richardson. Returned by Jaden Salin. Netter is there for North Marion. Back to Piercy. Braves recover. Beck to Jackson out of the back row. Netter gets a hand on it. Probably should have let it go. 4 in a row for the Braves. Back within 1 at 16-15. Jackson, her 4th or 5th straight serve after North Marion able to take it off the net. Beck back sets to her, blocked. North Marion recovers. Agnew dumped over by Salin. Beck near side to Appleby into the back row, but dug out by Richardson. Nice dig by Jackson off the return from North Marion. Nice volley both teams. Jackson comes up to get it out of the back row. Beck sets up Johnson for the point, and we're tied at 16. North Marion had a 16-11 lead a moment ago. Banks on a 5-point run. Agnew returns it wide, far side, and now the Braves have the lead back at 17-16. Timeout North Marion. For more than 30 years, Pacific Office Automation has remained locally owned and operated, supporting the community, people, and places that matter. That's why Pacific Office Automation continues to sponsor the OSAA year after year. Pacific Office Automation, problem solved. Well, North Marion had a 5-point lead a moment ago at 16-11, and these teams since then have gone. We're pretty much went back and forth up until that point. Banks has answered with 6 straight points to take a 17-16 lead, leading up to that North Marion timeout. Haley Jackson holding serve for the Braves, 17-16 lead. Popped in the air by Richardson, returned by North Marion. Beck back sets to Herb. Back row, Netter gets a hand on it. Knew she should have let it go, and that continues the run even after the North Marion timeout to now 7 straight points and an 18-16 lead. Serve from Jackson, picked up by North Marion. Banks on the return, North Marion on the return, but a hitting error 19-16 Braves lead. Serve from Jackson. Salen able to come up with the return, but blocked by the Braves. Back to Piercy. Beck to Jackson, blocked out of bounds by Salen, and the Braves are now up 20-16. Jackson has held serve from being down 16-11, and Netter with a hitting error hits it into the bleachers, and North Marion coming apart. 10 straight for the Braves, now up 5, 21-16 in the first set. Jackson, back row, dug out by Ensign. And North Marion again returns it wide, 22, 11 in a row for the Braves. Jackson serve. Salen returned by North Marion. Jackson near side. Beck dumped over. Appleby came up just short, and that will end the 11-point run for the Braves. Side out. Finally goes back to North Marion, but trailing 22-17. Returned off by North Marion. Banks able to recover. North Marion gets it back across, diving to the floor. Beck at the net. A little slow to get up, and she may have gave herself a strawberry. And North Marion with back-to-back points cuts the Braves lead to 22-18 late in the first set. Piercy on the serve, and it's an ace. Emma White barely able to get underneath it and can't control it. North Marion back within 3, 22-19. Following the serve from Liliana Piercy. Back row, Appleby. Back to Appleby near side, blocked at the net. Beck digs it out. Two players come together for the Braves. Emma White and Appleby, but able to return it. And Appleby and White again look at each other, give the signal for out, but that's not the case. And North Marion back within 2 at 22-20. It's been a game of runs here since the midway point. Banks went on an 11-point run to take a 22-16 lead. North Marion has now scored 4 straight to cut the lead to 2 at 22-20. Piercy to serve near side. Emma White goes back to dig it out. Beck back to Jackson. Dug out though by Ensign for North Marion. Jackson is there. Beck to Appleby, comes up short into the net. Near side. North Marion all the way back within 1 at 22-21. Piercy, near side, dug out by Emma White. Beck, back sets to her, dumps it down the line for the point. Braves get the side out back and get the lead back to 2 at 23-21 late in the first. Emma White near side. The libero. And hitting error by North Marion, unable to get it back across the net. Piercy, and apparently that was a match or set point. Banks coming away with the first set victory. Do not have a scoreboard up. Scoreboards are both at the floor, and the only ones we can read are the ones on court 2. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back in just a moment.
Thinking about buying or selling a home? Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty, will help you with your real estate needs. Call 503-313-0748 or email Sarah at sarahhesselman.com. Serving your community daily and proud to support the starting lineup of your bank's Braves. Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty. Call 503-313-0748.
Rankings are important numbers in determining Oregon high school playoffs. So are rankings when choosing a lender to help you with purchasing or refinancing your home. Our local community home loan expert, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, is ready to help you win the day. Call Christy today for all of your home loan needs at 503-327-5302 or caliberhomeloans.com/kvanmeter. Christy Van Meter, NMLS number 1700271, state licensed in Oregon, an equal housing lender. All products are subject to credit and property approval.
And we're set for the start of the second set as the ball comes onto the court, but teams have switched sides. Banks will now be on the north side of the court. Serve from Lindsey Beck. Dug out by North Marion. Returned off the block by Liliana Piercy. First point goes to North Marion in set two. Early start to this morning from last night's late first round football game. Apologize for the early hiccups. Battle at the net, both teams. Kinley Hogue out of the back row to Beck. Back to Hogue, coming up out of the back row. And that's going to go on to court two. Mackenzie Agnew unable to control the kill from Hogue. And we're tied at one early in the second set. Still a lot for this young Braves team to play for. A lot of seniors, but a lot of players coming back next year. Banks won the whole thing back in 2015 over Sisters in Suzanne Alley's last year before retiring, and North Marion unable to chase that one down off the return from the Braves. And Banks with back-to-back points to take the early 2-1 lead. Jackson, dug out by North Marion. Walls gets it to Netter, returned by North Marion. Jackson to Beck, back sits to her, partially blocked. Agnew, returned by Piercy. Herb far side to Appleby down the line, but just wide, and North Marion with the side out, and the point ties it at 2. Serve from Katie Ensign for North Marion. Dug out by Emma White. Returned by the Braves. Diving, but returning it under the net, Mackenzie Agnew. Banks back with a 3-2 lead. Emma White serve. Oh, nice job by North Marion just to get it across. Liliana Piercy dives to the floor and punches it way up into the air, and it's going to go off the hop into the North Marion bleachers long. Banks now with a 4-2 lead. Four-2 lead for the Braves. And North Marion gets the point and the side out, trailing 4-3 in the second set. Piercy to serve. Back row takes a couple of steps forward towards the line. Jackson comes racing in, but too late. And we're tied at 4. Serve from Piercy. Back row, Appleby far side. Beck to Herb, dumped over by the Braves. Returned by North Marion. Emma White dives to the floor. Beck sets up Kinley Hogue. Popped up into the air by Agnew. North Marion comes up with the return. Salin, Jackson to Beck. Back sets to Herb. And blocked at the net by Salin and Richardson. And North Marion takes their first lead of the second set at 5-4. Piercy. Jackson comes up out of the back row. Beck back to Jackson on the return. Netter. Agnew. And hitting side out back to the Braves, tied at 5. Noel Herb. Then went off of Piercy out of control, but North Marion able to come up with the return. Hogue gets it back from Beck for the kill, and the Braves get the lead back at 6-5. Piercy off the serve from the Braves. North Marion comes up with the return. Emma White to Beck. Jackson with the return. Netter going halfway onto court 2. Mackenzie Agnew keeps it alive. North Marion with the return. Hogue dumps it over, but it's blocked by Salin. Actually, I don't think it was blocked. I think she just didn't get enough on it and came up short into the net. Tied at 6 in the second set. Number 9 seed Banks, number 12 seed North Marion. Consolation semifinals 2019 OSAA On Point 4A Volleyball Championships. And the return from Noel Herb is long. North Marion regains the lead at 7-6. Serve from North Marion. Emma White hits it out of control. It goes underneath. And North Marion now with a 2-point lead at 18-16. Or 8-6. Not awake yet all the way this morning from early start after last night's late finish. Jump serve from Elena Walls. Side out back to the Braves. 8-7 North Marion lead. Serve from Van Domlin. Herb dumped over by Beck. Battle at the net. Mackenzie Agnew comes up short. North Marion unable to dig it out as it goes underneath the net, tied at 8. Van Domlin to serve from the from the very near side. Returned by North Marion. Herb able to dig it out. Beck goes far side to Jackson. Blocked, and nobody able to get there in time as Salin and Agnew set up the wall, but unable to get out of the way quickly enough, and the ball is going to land on the floor behind him. North Banks gets the lead back at 9-8. Van Domlin serve far side. Popped up into the air by Fowler, but kind of had to go off her fingertips. Kind of strange and unable to get much air underneath it. Banks stretches the lead to 10-8. Van Domlin, back row, picked up by Piercy, dumped over by Salin. Jackson reaches out her left hand to try to go after it. Knew she couldn't get there in time and comes up short. North Marion gets the side out, trailing 10-9. Serving is Salin, S-A-H-L-I-N, maybe Solin. Jackson to Salem, back row, picked up by North Marion, returned by Piercy. Jackson far side, Beck sets it all the way into the back row, and diving to the floor, Salin, nice job by North Marion to recover, and Jackson gives way for Emma White. A little late communication there. She dives to the floor, may have jammed a finger and comes up short. We're tied at 10. Jaden Salin, serve for North Marion. Noel Herb to Beck, sets up Hogue for the assist off the kill. Too much for Haley Fowler, and the Braves get the lead back 11-10 in the second set, already up 1-0. A win will move them into the fourth place match against the winner of Hidden Valley Sisters, going on court 2. Dumped over by North Marion, Katie Ensign. Jackson, and ball from court 2 goes on to court 1 as Jackson comes up with the return for the Braves, and that will create a reserve. Kinley Hogue for the Braves. Popped up by Haley Fowler. North Marion unable to come up with the return. (12-10) Braves. Kinley Hogue's serve, back row, picked up by Piercy. Returned by Ensign. Jackson to Beck. Back sets to Hogue, coming up out of the back row, off the net. Picked up by North Marion. Back to Ensign, blocked at the net by Nia Johnson. Returned off the net. Beck able to play it though. Returned by Van Domlin. Netter for North Marion, blocked at the net. And going to get a hitting error on North Marion. 13-10 Braves lead. Served by Kinley Hogue. Diving to the floor, Agnew. And out of the back row, Piercy comes up short into the net. 14-10, and North Marion may need another timeout. North Marion fans starting to come alive. Agnew off the net, another hitting error by North Marion, or may have gone out off the net, out of bounds. Timeout Huskies. Banks with a 15-10 lead, and that will give us a little bit of time to tell you to check out OSAA Today for news, polls, podcasts, and stories on the latest in Oregon high school athletics and activities. Go to osaa.org and find the OSAA Today section. Share story ideas, and even become a contributor. Visit OSAA Today. And if you need extra spending money and want to give back to student athletes and love sports, why not become an athletic official? There's a big shortage of officials in Oregon, and we need you now more than ever. For more information on how you can become an athletic official in the state of Oregon, visit newofficials.org. And we're back from the North Marion timeout. Set 2, Banks a 1-0 lead, leading 15-10 in the second set. Kinley Kinley Hogue holding serve for the Lady Braves. And North Marion unable to come up with the return again. Braves a 16-10 lead. Kinley Hogue still holding serve. This time 2 North Marion players come together but able to get it across. Beck, the surprise set return. North Marion is there though to come up with it back across the net. Jackson blocked at the net. Dug out by Herb. Off the return by North Marion. Hogue out of the back row. Dug out by Netter. Agnew. And coming up short, Kelsey Richardson for North Marion banks a 7-point lead at 17-10. Hogue out of the back row. Walls returned by Richardson. Beck. Jackson on the return. North Marion recovers. Dumped over for the point by Katie Ensign. North Marion gets the side out finally. Trailing 17-11. Richardson, returned by the Braves down the near sideline. North Marion can't get there. Braves back to a 7-point lead at 18-11. Volleyball, a sport of runs and momentum. And if you have the serve and the side out, momentum is on your side. Battle at the net. Netter able to chase it down into the back row. Returned by Richardson. Hogue for the Braves near side back row. Beck cross sets it to Jackson far side. Netter and Richardson nearly come together. North Marion on the return. Nice job by Kinley Hogue to dive to the floor to keep it alive. Van Domlin to Jackson on the return to the Braves. Agnew, North Marion the return, and they get the side out back. Cut the lead back to 6 at 18-12. No, they're going to give it to the Braves. So that will give Banks a 19-11 lead, not 18-12. Serve from Noel Herb, popped into the air. Netter goes back to get it. North Marion comes up with the return. Battle at the net. Herb sets it back across. Diving to the floor, won't get there in time. Elena Walls for North Marion, and the Braves have a 9-point lead, 20-11. Serve from Lindsey Beck. Diving to the floor, Richardson. Jackson nearly comes up with the kill, but North Marion does get it across, but Richardson's return is long, and now the Braves have a 10-point lead late in the second set at 21-11. The serve from Lindsey Beck. Dug out by Elena Walls. Richardson returned by Gabriella Luna now in the match, and coming up with the kill, Noel Herb. Braves now doubling up North Marion, 22-11. Lindsey Beck's serve coming up to get it, Richardson. Agnew keeps it alive, returned by North Marion long, 23-11. Banks running away with the second set, hoping to go up 2-0 and advance to the fourth place trophy game against either Hidden Valley of Grants Pass or Sisters. Serve from Lindsey Beck is an ace. Set point for the Braves as Haley Fowler hits it out of play off the serve Lindsey Beck short, coming up to get it. Richardson. Agnew chases it down, return just down the far sideline by Haley Fowler, so North Marion will live to see another point. Trailing 24-12, getting the side out. Mackenzie Agnew, the 5'7" sophomore setter, to serve for the Huskies. Far side, picked up by Herb. Hogue. A couple of North Marion Huskies come together. Nia Johnson jumps expecting a kill, but ball had already gotten across and unable to find the ball. North Marion with back-to-back points, still trailing 24-13. Serve from North Marion, picked up by the Braves, and it's going to go off the net, and the Braves will pick up the 25-13 victory in the second set to go up 2-0. Teams will switch sides. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back in just a moment.
This 5,000 square foot commercial in St. Helens, featured by the Lori Godfrey Group of Beaverton, includes 1,250 feet of modern office space and a 7.5 horsepower wind tunnel used in Bitcoin mining. It's fully powered for industrial needs with a 480 volt to 240 volt three-phase transformer and a 250 amp 1 volt three-phase panel. For more information, call 503-989-3115. 503-989-3115. The Lori Godfrey Group.
RT Vinyl Designs of Forest Grove is the official vinyl provider of Westside Mobile Media. RT Vinyl Designs of Forest Grove is your home for jackets, t-shirts, hoodies, window decal, mugs, glassware, ornaments, and more. To order your next custom vinyl product from RT Vinyl, call 503-217-4590 or search RT Vinyl Designs online. That's 503-217-4590. RT Vinyl Design.
For more than 30 years, Pacific Office Automation has been supporting the community, has remained locally owned and operated, supporting the community, people, and places that matter. That's why Pacific Office Automation continues to sponsor the OSAA year after year. Pacific Office Automation, problem solved. Banks up 2-0, 25-21, 25-13, as we head to the third set. Banks needs just one more set victory to advance to the fourth place trophy game. They will advance with one more set victory to take on either Hidden Valley of Grants Pass or the 2-seed Sisters Outlaws. Those two teams, Banks and Sisters, met in the 2015 championship, led by a host of young ladies who would go on to continue their volleyball careers at the next level, including Megan Bunn, who is now at top 10 Eastern Oregon in LeGrand. OSAA for a first round scores from last night as we take a look at the Lori Godfrey Group scoreboard. Banks over Marsfield 28-22. They will advance to take on either Baker or Cascade. That game later today. Really only one upset in football last night. The Dowls crushed Henley 49-18 in Klamath Falls. As we're back for the start of the third set. Mackenzie Agnew from the south side of the court as the teams switch sides. Herb dives to the floor. Beck able to avoid her, but Kinley Hogue both playing a little bit fragile around Herb, who was still on the floor, and North Marion picks up the first point of the third set. Agnew, Van Domlin to Beck, near side to Jackson, off the block. North Marion able to track it down. Netter off the return, sets it in far side to Herb. Beck, Hogue, off the return. Netter digs it out back row. Agnew, dumped over by Ensign. Braves recover. Jackson blocked. And Herb. Oh, Kinley Hogue from the floor with the return. Incredible play. North Marion recovers, though. Good battle, both teams. Richardson blocked at the net off of Piercy. Beck dumped over by Jackson. Agnew, North Marion comes up short into the net. Kinley Hogue getting mobbed by her teammates after her incredible return from the floor to keep the point alive, which was eventually won by the Braves. Tied at 1. Banks gets the side out early in the third set. Beck to Walls. Back to Walls off the return, short into the net. Lindsay Beck serving from the far side. Coming up with the kill this time, Katie Ensign ties it at 2 early in the third set. Banks up 2-0. Katie Ensign jump serve for North Marion. Herb comes up to get it. Gets it across on the first hit. Piercy off the return, blocked by the Braves. Piercy gets it back. Jackson pops it up. Hogue back to Jackson off the return near side. Back row to Richardson. Dumped over by Salin. Down the line, far side. Battle at the net. Herb returned into the back row by Beck. Able to chase it down. Ensign. North Marion Richardson gets it back across. Jackson to Beck. To Nia Johnson, dug out by Beck, and they're going to get a hitting error on the Braves. I think 4 hits, and side out back to North Marion in a 3-2 lead. Van Domlin to Herb, returns it on the out of the back row on the third hit. Coming up with the kill, Salin. Past Van Domlin, North Marion with a 4-2 lead. Third set, down 2-0. They need a victory here to keep the match alive. The serve from Ensign goes nearly on to court 2 off the return attempt from the Braves, and North Marion starting to gather some momentum like a Mount Hood snowball coming off the slopes. And the serve from Ensign picked up by the Braves. Jackson's kill attempt, though, into the net. 6-2 Huskies. Serve from Ensign. Beck to Noel Herb for the kill. Richardson dives back row but can't get there. Banks with the side out, trailing 6-3. Haley Jackson holding serve. She served for like 10 or 11 straight points last set. And here we go again. Netter mishits it. Out of play, and Banks back within 2 at 6-4 in the third set. Jackson Netter pops it up. Nice set this time to Agnew. Salin. Jackson pops it up behind her into the bleachers. Side out back to North Marion. So that time the serve didn't last long for Haley. And it goes back to North Marion with a 7-4 lead after the side out. Liliana Piercy. Serving near side. Emma White pops it up to Beck. To Herb, blocked, but Herb able to dig it out. Keeps it alive to Emma White on the return. Piercy. And off the block of Izzy Appleby, coming up with the point, Elena Walls. North Marion an 8-4 lead in the third. Liliana Piercy gets the side out, serving for North Marion after the side out. Appleby for the Braves, all the way across to Beck far side. Herb down the line. Netter keeps it alive, and it's going to go underneath the net after the attempt from Agnew. Side out back to the Braves, trailing 8-5. Emma White serving. Piercy. Salin thought she had a kill, but beautiful dig by the Braves, able to come up with the return. And it's off the net by Agnew for North Marion. Huskies can't keep it alive. And Braves, again, with back-to-back points to pull within 2 in the third set at 8-6. Serve from Emma White, Netter. Agnew on the North Marion on the return. Appleby dives and goes under the net, side out back to North Marion, a 9-6 lead. Elena Walls, jump serve near side. Emma White picks it up. Back to Jackson, returned by the Braves, but Walls is there. Richardson off the block, comes up with the point, and North Marion a 4-point lead at 10-6. Lena Walls jump serve, picked up by Appleby near side. Beck center of the court, sets up Kinley Hogue. Dug out by Piercy after getting knocked to the floor. Richardson dumps it over. Beck to Appleby near side. White gets it back across. Richardson again. Agnew back to Richardson, blocked at the net. For the point, Kinley Hogue and Noelle Herb setting up the wall that time. And side out back to the Braves, trailing 10-7. Noelle Herb, popped up by Walls. Returned by Agnew. White. Beck back sets to Kinley Hogue down the line. Back-to-back points for the Braves. Back within 2 at 10-8. Serve from Noelle Herb. Popped up by Elena Walls. Back to Hogue for the kill again at 10-9. Banks starting to steal some of the momentum from North Marion, cutting the lead to 1. Serve from Noelle Herb, picked up by Piercy. Returned by the Braves. Actually, I don't think it was returned. Walls couldn't handle the set, and we're tied at 10. Agnew and Piercy comes into the net this time. Braves have regained the lead, and a timeout North Marion. Huskies had a 10-6 lead a moment ago. Banks has come back to score 5 straight, and it's now Banks 11, North Marion 10. Timeout, third set. Banks up 2 sets to none. We'll take this 30-second Rob Edwards insurance timeout and be right back.
Are you looking for that dream home you've always wanted? When you partner with Edwards Realty Trust, your goal of becoming a homeowner becomes our number one goal. We make it happen by providing unmatched and exceptional service throughout every step of the home buying process. Give us a call today at 503-939-6053 or visit us online at edwardsrealtytrust.com. Let us help you get that dream home you've always wanted.
And we're back. Third set. Banks up 2-0, 25-21, 25-13, up 11-10 in the third set on a 5-0 run. Noel Herb serving for the Braves. Steps up to the line, picked up by Piercy. Ooh, two Husky players nearly coming to the bleachers, but able to get it across. Beck to Hogue for the kill. Too much for Netter and Elena Walls come together. A little slow to get up. Braves now a 12-10 lead. Serve from Noel Herb. Richardson sets it Appleby on the for the Braves. Back to Appleby on the return wide, about 3 feet, aiming for the far back corner. North Marion gets the side out, trailing 12-11. Serve from Salem, picked up by Jackson for the Braves. And Beck trying to time the block, but Agnew able to angle it around Lindsey Beck that time to tie it at 12. Serve from Salem is wide to the near side. Banks gets the side out back, leading 13-12. Van Domelen to serve for the Braves. Diving to the floor, coming up short. Getting there late, Kayla Huddick now in the match. Braves a 2-point lead at 14-12. Seaside saw their season end last night. They will not be in the football championships for the second year in a row as they fell in a hard-fought 20-13 loss at Marist of Eugene. Much closer than the last time those two teams played when Marist crushed Seaside 38-3 up on the North Coast. North Marion comes up with the point. Side out cuts the lead back to 14-13 for the Braves. Back sets to Hogue. Dug out by Netter for North Marion. Dumped over by Piercy. Braves recover. Jackson off the block. North Marion a little late diving to the floor. Haddock again getting there just not quite quick enough. The Braves back to a 2-point lead at 15-13. Serve from Kinley Hogue. Got by Netter. Coming up with the kill that time is Agnew. Back to a 1-point Braves lead, 15-14. Agnew serving for the Huskies right in front of her bleachers. Diving to the floor, Van Domelen. Hogue able to return it. Agnew back to Ensign, mistimed her jump and caught it on the ball when she was halfway down, and not enough on her fingertips to get it back across. Banks a 16-14 lead. Back to a 2-point advantage. Serve from Beck. Diving to trying to keep it alive is Agnew as the ball goes under the net off the North Marion attempt, and the Braves now a 3-point lead, 17-14. Lindsey Beck. His serve returned by North Marion that time. Beck back to Herb, into the back row netter. Agnew to Ensign, popped away in the air by Van Domlin. Beck to Jackson on the return long. Side out back to the Huskies, trailing 17-15. Katie Ensign jump serve. Back row Kinley Hogue to Jackson. Back to Hogue out of the back row. Dug out by North Marion. Ensign, but Salem can't get underneath it. Braves back to a 3-point lead, 18-15. I said earlier in the season, back in league play, that Valley Catholic looked like a strong favorite to repeat. And Valley Catholic defeated Junction City last night 3-0 to advance to the championship. Banks now with a 19-15 lead. Much improved Banks team, though, from last year that lost in the first round at eventual state runner-up Cottage Grove, who did not advance to the quarterfinals this season, losing after defeating Staten on the road in the play-in round. 19-16, side out back to North Marion. Piercy to serve for the Huskies, near side. Short, Appleby is there though. Beck back sets to Herb. Kill down the line, but dug out by Netter, or kill attempt, I should say. Piercy punches it over. Nia Johnson knocks over Izzy Appleby, but able to keep it alive. Beck and Jackson come together, but come up with the return. Huddock to Salem, gets it across for North Marion. Beck back sets to Herb once again, far side. Popped up into the air by Agnew, and we're going to get a hitting error, I think, on the Braves. 20-16, third set. Banks starting to feel it that they will advance to the fourth place trophy game. Already up 2-0 in this consolation semifinal. Winner advances for one more match. Loser is out. Richardson with the kill, popped up into the air by Jackson, but can't control it, and it's going to be into the bleachers. Side out back to the Huskies, trailing 20-17. Kayla Huddock coming in for the first time in this third set. Emma White pops it up to Beck. Center back row to Jackson. Salem gets caught with her fingers in the cookie jar. Double hit. Banks the side out, back to a 4-point lead, 21-17. The serve from Noel Herb off the net. Oh, nice job by North Marion. Salem able to dive to the floor and keep it alive and get it across. Beck punches it over, picked up by Agnew. Richardson on the return for the Huskies. Appleby to Beck, far side, sets it back into the middle to Jackson for the kill. 22-17. Noel Herb serving for the Braves. Huskies fans calling for a side out. Down the far sideline, Netter pops it up. Court 2 is over, it appears. Not sure who the winner of that match was. Richardson dives to the floor, unable to come up with the return as it goes under the net. 23-17 in favor of the Braves. Into the match, Taylor Wilson, 5'9" junior middle blocker for the Huskies. Serve from Noel Herb. Piercy to Agnew. Richardson into the back row. Into the match for the Braves. Number 4, Cassidy Jansen for the first time. Noel Herb. 24-17, match point for the Lady Braves. So court 2 is not over, just a break between sets apparently. Off the net, Piercy keeps it alive, returned by the Huskies. Beck to Kinley, Hogue for the kill and the victory in 3 sets, 25-21, 25-13, 25-17. Banks will advance to the 4th place trophy game coming up at noon. North Marion sees their season come to an end. The Braves will advance to take on either Hidden Valley, not North Valley. North Valley got crushed last night in football, 51-14 at Gladstone. Hidden Valley of Grants Pass or Sisters. They will have to wait to determine their 4th place trophy opponent in just a moment. So that will do it for us. We'll get one more break in, to make sure we get everything taken care of from our end.
Susie Jurgensen Welcome Home Realty offers services in residential home sales and specializes in rural property. Susie has experience working with first-time buyers to investors. For more information, visit susiejurgensen@gmail.com or email, or contact her Facebook page or visit her website, susiejurgensen.com, or call 503-679-9406. That's 503-679-9406. Susie Jurgensen, Welcome Home Realty.
Every stage of life brings something new. Your first real job unlocks a world of financial possibilities and maybe a need for a great rewards credit card. A baby on the way could mean that a new home is more important than ever, but it'll take the right home loan to get there. When retirement suddenly shifts from someday to someday soon, don't panic. On Point Community Credit Union can help. For the new, for the now, and for what's next. On Point is here for every age and every stage of life. Join in. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Celebrating our 100th year, the Oregon School Activities Association thanks you for listening to this OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship event. Serving more than 360,000 members, On Point Community Credit Union is the largest locally headquartered credit union and is the proud title sponsor of OSAA State Championships. We hope you enjoyed this championship event broadcast.